Hello, everybody. Welcome, everybody.
Hi.
It's so good to see familiar faces and new faces. We have 3 minutes before we formally start the forum. So meanwhile, we have 3 minutes to just say hello. And if you have something you like to share, you can leave the Tai Chi question for later. But anything you like to share, unmute yourself and share.
Thank you.
Hi, Fiona.
Hi. How are you, Nuala?
Fine.
Well, good.
Masha Green, how are you? Welcome everybody to the March Forum, and the feature topic is how to sing your chi. However, this forum is really a forum for everybody to share, to connect, to learn from each other. And so I'm going to start with a rough schedule. So we're going to start with, I will introduce my team quickly, and then we will have the talk. So my friend, Master Trainer Pat Lawson, I'll introduce her again. We'll talk about how to sing your chi first, and then I will talk about that topic as well. After that, we will answer questions on this topic, both Pat and me, and then after that, we'll answer questions who submit your questions before the forum, because then that's make it easier then. Meanwhile, though, you can submit questions in between now, and I will try to answer, Pat and me will try to answer as many questions as possible. And then we have a space of time for you to meet people in the forum. So we put you in the small group of 6 to 8 people, I think, and you know the magic of Zoom, press a button and everybody's in one group, and you can chat with each other and get to know colleagues around the world. And we have some requests that previously there was 9 minutes last week, and people asked for a bit more time, so we're trying to squeeze more time. 1 hour, it's going to be really, really fun. And then we're going to end it with, before we say goodbye, a vote for the next topic. So that's it. Let me just introduce my team. Firstly, Evan is in charge of the internet. And Ernie, you probably all met, who's in the background, and she helped everybody to get in. Ernie is part of my workshop team in USA, Evan and Pat, 3 of them. So Ernie, like to say something?
Yes, welcome everyone. It's great to see you again, and some of you the first time. We have participants from everywhere, not only across the US, but other parts of the world. This is very exciting. We would ask you to stay on mute until you have a question to ask. You're invited to ask those questions. You can put them in the chat box function. We'll be watching that. If you have any other comments or whatever, use the chat box and we will get around to that. So just relax and enjoy. This is going to be a wonderful time to meet many other participants and have wonderful talks from, of course, Dr. Lamb and Pat Lawson. See you later.
Thank you, Ernie. I'm going to introduce Pat. She is one of the first friends from USA I met in the Tai Chi world. And she has been doing martial arts and Tai Chi for roughly as long as I've been doing Tai Chi for 46 years. Pat probably started even before me. And we work together in many projects. Pat is also the head of the education committee in the Tai Chi for Health Institute board. She is an educator. And Pat?
I'm excited to be here. I did start out in the hard styles, we call them. And the way I think of it is I had to learn a lot of things the hard way. And now once my Tai Chi took over more and more, I started learning it easier and softer. And this topic is a little bit of that, the hard and the soft of it. Thank you. Is it time to talk yet? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So I started researching a little bit because I wanted to know more. You know, in hardstyle, we did what we were told. We didn't question anything. And only later, when I started learning like what Dantian breathing was with Dr. Lam, I remembered, oh my gosh, that's what they kept that as a secret black belt technique, a secret black belt exercise in one of the clubs I was in to build up great internal power. You know, we didn't know what it meant. And now I understand the other side of it a little bit more. So I did take a little bit of information out of this book. So I'm going to open with a quote by Chen Wei Ming. Pretty simple quote. And I don't know that I agree with everything in this book, but one of the things that he says is after you practice Tai Chi for a long time, you become as heavy as a mountain and as light as a feather. And how can that be? How can I be heavy as a mountain and light as a feather at the same time? And the answer is through the chi, through syncing the chi, through working out internal energy, which is still somewhat of a mystery to me, but I'm learning a little more every day. What I know so far is that a good image of chi, life energy for me, is vaporous, a vapor image, a cloudy image, smoke. And it brings me back to being a little girl before we knew how bad cigarettes were for us. My uncle blew smoke rings, and you could watch the smoke ring waft across on an air current. If I tried to reach out and grab it, I was like 5, oh, it's gone. The whole thing's gone. The smoke dissipates. You can't grab it. You can't force it. I couldn't take it. I could create a little more air current and coax it along gently. But if I try to force it, it dissipates. And the other thing that I relate to in this image of vapor and chi is that chi likes to rise. But if I let it rise, just rise of its own, it's scattered energy. And I can easily get pulled into scattered energy and distracted thought without focus because my chi isn't focused. But if I can coax my chi gently down, never forcing it, as Dr. Lam often reminds us, be very gentle. Thinking about it is almost enough. Think it down. The classics in Tai Chi tell us that energy is pulled up through the legs, consolidated in the Dantian, and expressed out through the body. The Dantian is in charge of knowing where I need the chi, where do I need the healing. And in hardstyle martial arts, we worked it really vigorously, sometimes forcing the breath. A ki is a good example. That ki, right when you're breaking wood, that's to focus all the chi on that point, through that point, focus the energy so that you can accomplish that kind of useless exercise. But in warfare, it might have had a reason to break through something or to break a part of another soldier. That's very harsh. Today, I want my Dantian to direct the chi where I need it for healing. Where do I need it for health? where do I need it to just accomplish what I want to accomplish? I have to be focused. So I need to think it down and think it down. And as it rises, it can get consolidated in the dantian, but I've had to sink it. Now it can come back up and be directed, filling and increasing. And I read one writer who said, and then one becomes radiant, which is wonderful to think of. Then we become radiant and full. So it works through our dantian. And here's a beach ball. It's kind of large for dantian, but I couldn't get a smaller size beach ball. Here's the beach ball inflated with air. You know, we know the dantian is 3 fingers below the navel and in the middle, in the core. So like if this was in my middle, this is my dantian and it's full. And now I have focus to my chi. I have structure. I can sink it. Oh, I need to put on my other camera. I need you to see my feet because I want to sink my chi. And I want it to pull, I want it to spring back up. And it will, because it's full and I have consolidated it and it's ready. I can sink it down and it will get reciprocal energy back up from the earth and it will spring back up, giving me perhaps springing force. So it must go down to come back up to accomplish what it needs to accomplish. However, what if I have not sunk my chi? I have a floppy kind of beach ball here. It's not full. And now I want to sink it and I want to pull it back up and get it where it's going. Oh, well. So I'm going to have a problem here because I haven't sunk my chi into my dantian and consolidated it. Now, I will tell you that in hard style, in competition, for years I was in a knockout, knockdown style. I didn't know. I thought they were all like that. I didn't know that this one was particularly fierce. But the point was to never be knocked out or knocked down. And the way that we had to train to not be knocked down was to sink the chi, sink, even into the legs and through the earth. Well, what do we say in Tai Chi? We say growing roots that will expand out in a radius bigger than ourselves, sinking the energy down, and it gives us better posture. It makes us harder to knock over, which has its advantages, and better balance certainly has its advantages. But the big health advantage is that once it goes down, I can pull it back up, consolidate it, and translate it back out to where I need it. So that's even more important to me today. Years later, when I was in a Kung Fu club and I was learning more in Northern Kung Fu, we practice a lot of springing force. We want to draw up from the earth and spring upward and leap, jump, kick, whatever. Not useful skills to me now. Now I need anti-inflammatory skills now. But years later, I learned that same exercise of breathing down through my legs, thinking the chi down, coaxing it down could be useful in pulling back up again to be light. And the other thing that I learned from all of that was health is more important than anything. Yes, what goes down can come up, not if I haven't filled it enough. It's going to just stay down there if I haven't filled it up. But if I can nurture my chi gently, have it translated through my dantian so that it's ready to come up when I need it, then that's so much better for health. Always gentle. Thinking about it is what it's all about. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Pat. That was a great talk. I actually prepared separately. I have no idea what Pat is going to talk about, but I know it's going to be good. And so happens we actually have lots of similarity. The first thing I thought we need to know is what is qi and how to grow the qi and make your ball fill with air. And how can you feel qi and how do you cultivate before you can sink it. But as you can hear from Pat, part of moving your qi is the way to build your qi as well. Like everything in life, it's not stagnant, it continues to flow. So in the classical traditional tai Chi or Qigong way, the qi circulates throughout the body. Remember, it's like the smoke. It's almost metaphorical way to think of qi. I'll talk more about that. But the classical way is the qi comes from the Bat Hui center, this acupuncture point in the center of your head, and it goes down along the midline, go down to the bottom at the perineum between the sexual organ and the anus, and then it moves up. And it's called microscopic orbit. That's where qi circulates up and down, continue to flow. And according to traditional Chinese medicine, as you flow, some of it would kind of dissipate, escape through like air.
Jerry, get Trudy.
I'm sorry, please mute yourself. Or if you have a comment, say later. A little bit of that escapes through the Bat Hui acupuncture point, and eventually your qi expires. That's when we die. When we're born, we come with abundance of qi. We come with life. Babies have that natural life that grows, and gradually, as qi circulates, eventually disappear. It really is metaphorical speaking, and that's what the traditional Chinese Qigong theory was. But if you think of it metaphorically, it's fine, because qi is not visible, it's not measurable up to nowadays. We still have not have a science to be able to measure it. But qi can be felt, and it doesn't have to be a certain way. We can feel qi differently. Most of us feel qi as a warm feeling. For example, I'm assuming you all know Tai Chi for Health programs, you all know about the dantian breathing or the open close. And if you don't, that's okay. What I'd like you to do is put your hand in front of your chest and make sure your finger pointing up, your palm face each other, and just allow your joints to open but not tense, keeping your body upright. And then I'd like you to take a gentle breath, like Pat was saying, breathing in. And then gently breathing out. Contract your pelvic floor muscles. And again, gentle breathing in. And then out, as though you're pushing against a gentle resistance. And you might feel there's a warm feeling in your palm. Or you might just feel when you are so mindful of this exercise that you feel good, just a good feeling. And that for me is feeling your qi. And if you can feel that warmness, then it sort of becomes more visible or more feeling to you. It's a good feeling. So essentially, qi is a driving force of our life. The more qi you have, the more harmonious your qi, the stronger, the healthier you are. And Tai Chi's ultimate purpose is to cultivate our qi most effectively. So, in my mind, hour for hour, Tai Chi is the most rewarding exercise, most effective exercise for mental and physical health. When we are healthy, that means your qi are doing good. When you're tense like this, it wouldn't be feeling good. But when you allow yourself, then your qi will grow. And anything you do that's good for your health will improve your qi. But hour for hour, Tai Chi is the most effective exercise for qi. I'm totally biased, but there are also 1,000 medical studies, more than 1,000 medical studies to show how effective is Tai Chi. So that's not biased. Medical studies are very, very factual. So anything make us healthy. Interestingly, the study who show if people do change a healthy habit, like doing Tai Chi for 6 months, then they naturally, without extra effort, they change their lifestyle gradually to more healthy. And so it's not a chore. It's like when I done Tai Chi for a long time, I got so healthy. I stopped smoking, I stopped gambling, I stopped driving too fast, and just naturally I enjoy my life so much that I live a more healthy life. Now that is gradual, but it's not only shown by scientific studies, certainly true in my own observation in life of many people I know. So going back to, so I talk about a little bit about what is qi, how to feel it, what does it feel like, how to cultivate it. And then I'm going to focus on how to sing your qi. But before I say that, I want to tell you, it's a lifelong thing. You know, I spent 47 years now doing Tai Chi and finding ways to cultivate my qi, to enjoy it. Like Pat was saying, we're learning all the time. So obviously I can't tell you everything in the 10 minutes, but I did a lot of workshop called Exploring the Depth of Tai Chi for Arthritis. And I noticed quite a lot of you being, and I also noticed many of you come back again. I've been doing this for 20 years. And I can see as you progress, as I develop my Tai Chi, you also got better, and we all understand it better. So I take my last Exploring the Depth of Tai Chi for Arthritis. Tai Chi for Arthritis is the vehicle where I express how to feel your qi, how to cultivate your qi, how to deliver your qi, how to convert it into the jing, how to make it circulate. Because the more you circulate, just like the more you're active, the stronger you become. So all that is much more detailed in my 2-day workshop Exploring the Depth of Tai Chi for Arthritis. It is also, the recording of it is also available at online Tai Chi workshops. So that's where, if you want to sort of go more detail, here there is. I talk about Dantian breathing. Now, in my program, Tai Chi for Rehabilitation, every one of the Tai Chi for Health program, every one of the sets, 24 forms, anything that I've done, the first lesson is always free on YouTube. And the first lesson on Tai Chi for Rehabilitation is free on YouTube. And I talk about Dantian breathing, the scientific evidence, the scientific names, and so on. So if you haven't seen that, do go into that. It's on YouTube. Just Google my name and Tai Chi for Rehabilitation, first free lesson. All right, now, how do you sink your chi? So like Pat showed you in that ball, if you got no chi inside that ball, you're not going to be able to do much with it, sinking or moving it up. But when it sink, it got to come up. Just like Pat showed you, it's life. Going down, it's come up. So your sinking coming from, it's a continued flow. So I want you to join me. You can sit down, or you can just find a little bit of space and join me, whichever way you like. And then we'll experiment how to sing your chi, just moving around. So I would like you to just sort of walk around, loosen yourself. But if you're sitting down, you just give it a little shake and let your blood flow a little bit. So we want to just make ourselves a little bit ready for the exercise. And let's do a couple warm-up exercise just to get our joint ready. To bring your hands up, slowly, smoothly, and then push it towards and make it as though you're pushing your chin back slowly. And then push your hands forward. And slowly, slowly, bang your neck. We're just going to stretch our neck. Now when you breathe in, imagine your chi is coming, like that smoke that Pat talked about. When you breathe in, imagine the smoke just coming up from your dantian. And doesn't matter, just come up a little bit. And when you breathe, pushing towards you, breathing out, feel, imagine you are just gently blow, pushing down, and make those smoke going down a little bit. Just thinking about it is good enough. A quick in-breath and an out-breath. And when you breathe out, gently, gently blow that smoke down. Then as you breathe in breath is where the smoke flow up again. And when you breathe out is where the smoke comes down. The other thing you can do to help is every time you breathe out, gently, gently contract your pelvic floor muscles. For the new friends who doesn't know where floor muscle, pelvic muscle is. Did I say floor muscle? Well, pelvic muscle is the pelvic floor, and the muscle there is called pelvic floor muscles. And if you don't know where it is, what it is, it's okay. Gently contract the muscles around your anus, and that will be contracting the pelvic floor muscle. Let's do the second warm-up exercise while we moving our chi up and down. The next one is stretching the spine. Bring your hands forward as though you're holding the beach ball that Pat just showed us. And then now bring the bottom hand up. And then gently, gently stretch. And then bring your hands back. And as you stretch, feel you stretch your spine as well. Now when you come back, there's an in-breath, fill up that balloon, gently, gently. And when you breathe out, that's where you contract your pelvic floor and feel the smoke. So something, as though something's going down while you are contracting the pelvic floor. Let's do one more time. In. So you more relax, your air going, and just let go. And like nature, the air will flow up without you doing much. And then when you breathe out, you kind of gently push that air down. At the same time, you contract your pelvic floor so the air doesn't escape all the way down. It just compress air to your dantian. So you keep the air in the dantian and your qi becomes stronger. So to be able to feel your qi is able for you to exercise this more effectively and make your qi grow better. Now the last movement, we're going to move our knee. So make two little fists that's comfortable but not tight. And if you can, you know where's your left and right, left foot forward. If you don't know, like me sometimes, then don't worry, put one foot down and then gently. And then we're going to come back and put the other foot down. Lift the foot, touch down. So when you're preparing, just let go, allow your body to breathe in. And then when you're ready, as you're punching forward, breathing out, and feel the compression. Your qi flows down, you contract your pelvic floor muscle. Okay, let's do last time. Down, foot down. Now, as you shift forward, as you punch forward, slowly contract your pelvic floor muscle or out breath. And then let go, come back. And have a little shake. So from there, I really talk about how to sing your qi. Thinking about it is good enough. Sinking your qi is something that associates with your breathing. So when you do Tai Chi, you of course apply this breathing method. But you can also apply the breathing method anywhere, any place, provided it's appropriate, of course. And the thing is, you cannot do it all the time and you don't need to. Only now and then. So when you feel you got a minute and you got nothing to do, that's where it's a nice time to go. Allow your qi to accumulate, breathing in. So imagine your dantian is a small version of the ball Pat showed us here. And when you breathe in, you gently expand that balloon. And then when you breathe out, contract the pelvic floor muscle and feel as though you sort of gently push that smoke down. And then let go. And this allows the qi to circulate up and down, like the microscopic orbit. It doesn't need to be all the way here. It's just up and down that it will be circulating. So, how do you get more control with your qi? Do more Tai Chi and stay healthy. And the more healthy you are, you have more qi to play with. Then you move better. And how do you feel it going down? You know, the qi going down. Pat quoted that Chang Wei-ming's book. He's one of the greatest Tai Chi masters in history. He's the chief student of Yang Cheng Fu. That's the guy who written the 10 Essential Points of Tai Chi. So he's his first student. And heavy is a mountain. So sinking a qi stabilize you, give you that strength, the inner strength. So whether you need to calm down, need to be stable, or you need to deliver force, that sinking the qi is allow you to be stable, strong. And we need to be strong inside. And light, yes, because we don't use brutal force, we use internal force, which can be like air, like the smoke. It can be so light but yet it can be so strong. That's what Tai Chi is. Yin and yang complement. Breathing in, allow it to go light. Breathing out, allow you to sing without standing up or down. It's an internal movement. Allow it to lighten up, allow it to sing. Times to let everything go and just smile. Times to take a stand, sinking down, grow internal strength. So, how to sing your Qi? There's 3 most important points I'll mention before I go. First, be mindful. Meaning that being here. Whether you're sitting down, whether you're here with me, whether you're doing something else, it's good to be here now. When you're here with now, then you can feel your Qi better. The second is the posture. Your Qi moved. If your posture is not straight and not comfortable, your Qi will be blocked. However, if you're standing upright, even when you're bent down, your Qi flows better. And the last one is to remember your Dantian breathing. It's associated with the breathing. Breathing in, breathing out is sinking, song your joints, and contract your pelvic floor muscle, and gradually you'll feel more of your Qi as you sing and move it around. And of course, Tai Chi is a great exercise to do it, but you can also do it any other time. And that is also practicing Tai Chi. Tai Chi breathing is practicing Tai Chi. So thank you very much. That's my talk. Do we have any questions for me and Pat?
Yes.
Lenora,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Lenora Workman had a really interesting question, Dr. Lamb. Does the Qi always know where to go, or do we need to focus on the area?
The Qi know where to go. The Qi know where to go. Yeah, well, Qi circulates throughout the body without you knowing anything. And it's just like we are alive. It's, of course, it's there, and it seems to know where it's going. And just like the way we live our life, we can just live our life, jig around, and we'll be fine, we'll have a life. But we can also direct it to more purpose, where we want to go. So if you direct the Qi and control your circulation, then it gets stronger. And that's why we're doing Tai Chi. It gets stronger, get more harmonious, and make us stronger when we direct our life to helping other people, to working with people, to achieve better things for yourself and other people. Everything gets better. Just like we need direction in their life, and the control is within us. But of course, Qi knows where it's going. Yeah, sorry.
And by email from Lee, and he said in waving hands, his students bring their feet together as they step sideways. Do you have a suggestion on how that could be corrected?
That's a really good question. In fact, there are so many things in Tai Chi that our participants can do better. And in fact, there's so many things in Tai Chi that I can do better too. So there's always better way. And when there are things that have high risk, like when their feet are too close together, that increase the risk, then it's nice to share and help them to improve that. And like anything else our participants do that can be improved, I tend to think what will really work is trying to correct one thing at a time, giving time for people to improve, and taking people with it. So if I say to you how to breathe in and out, then we did it just now together with that feeling. So if you propose the foods to be not so close, then you explain, and then you get participant to practice with you a few times, and then you keep your finger crossed and giving time to get used to it. Things take time to change. And by the way, I like to promote my book, Teaching Tai Chi Effectively. That is all about, it took me many years to write it. It's all about how to help people to improve and to get to where they want to go. And this is just a good example. Many people do that. How do you help people to do it safely and better? I explain it much more detail in my book with reference and theories and medical studies and study on human learning. So please read the book and see parts that can help to help you help others. Pat, do you like to offer any answer to that?
How on the foot placement, not so much, but I was thinking in general, the syncing the chi and moving out chi does go hand in hand with loosening and relaxing and expanding our joints. So that foot placement together is kind of tight. And to me, it just feels a little tight on my hips. And I like to feel that flow like water or like the smoke wafting. So that's what I think of with the side step. And I meant to mention there's also a quote from the classics: when the soft reaches its limit, it becomes strong. So that, the softness kind of goes with all of this, and the knees, my knees get a little bit hard when they're when my feet are close together.
Thank you, Pat. That's a really nice way to approach that.
We have a question here, it's a short one. Does the chi move better when standing than sitting?
Sometimes the body needs to sit down and relax. The chi flow better if your body need that. Sometimes, most of the time, our body needs to be moving. So your chi would do better if you're moving. And if you move the Tai Chi way, your chi will move even better. So yeah, it changes. Like the whole life is changing every second. One is we work, we help our body, we make it healthy, we do the breathing exercise, but we can't do it 24 hours a day. Your body needs some rest, your body needs, so just like we do what your body needs, and we direct it to make it better as it goes.
These are not questions, but these are just from a few people thanking Pat for her imagery, and that they're going to use the ball imagery in their classes. That's about 3 or 4 people actually saying that, and they thought that it was a beautiful talk, Pat, and they really got something out of it. But the imagery, they really thought that helped them a lot to understand. So that's good, because that makes it gets in the mind better, doesn't it, when you see some imagery with it and something that works. So lots of people buying large beach balls.
We did have another question. Sensei Francisco said you mentioned that we're born with abundant chi and that it dissipates over a lifetime. However, you also said that healthier living can help manage, perhaps increase our ki. Thus, can we improve, purify, and increase our ki with martial arts, Tai Chi, and other traditional training?
Yes, anything that make you healthier would improve your chi. And if you get injury, that would not be helpful to your chi. So keep that in mind as well. And your everybody is different, so your need is different. If you're happier, your chi gets better. So you need to be happy. You also need to do things that is healthy So now I'm mindful of my promise that you're going to have more time to meet each other. So we're going to do that now, and then I will stay a bit longer if you need more questions to ask us. So is that okay, Evan? Can we have people get to meet each other in a small group? Welcome back, everybody. Did you have a good time getting to know everybody? I had, people from, hey.
Hi, welcome back, everyone. Dr. Lam asked me to take a quick photo of us for the files, so we'll just all have a quick photo, and yeah.
About wave to each other?
So I just have to adjust.
Yeah. Bring up your hands saying,
All right, do you want to wave like Dr. Lam? Everyone want to wave?
yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, okay, taking it. And I'll do a second page in just a moment. Oh no, we have 3 pages today.
Okay.
Hang on just a moment. Okay, here we go. Second page. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Great,
yeah.
thanks everyone. Dr. Lam, you go ahead and unmute yourself.
So, so we're doing third page?
No, sorry, I managed to make it only 2.
Oh.
We're all set.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that. That was great fun for Pat and me to share with you, and nice questions. If you, I'm going to officially conclude this forum, but you are welcome to stay. You have more questions, you're welcome to ask that. I will stay here for another 15 minutes. So just say goodbye first.
About the vote.
Oh yeah, and I should have said that before I sent it back to you, Dr. Lam. Just before we go, I'll put a survey link into our, each month at our forum, we vote for our next month's topic. So I'll put that survey link into the chat right now, and go ahead and vote. Thank you, Dr. Lam.
Also, we realize every meeting, there's a lot of people have difficulty getting in, and obviously not you guys. So we're going to make up a video clip with instructions how to get in. So yeah, but for yourself and for people who didn't get in, we are going to send you a recording of this forum. Yeah, and I just want you to know, for the people who's new to me and Tai Chi for Health and the Tai Chi workshops, we like to be friends, and you're welcome to email me anything about Tai Chi, and I will answer all the emails. Sometimes it takes me a while. I get lots of friends to write to me, but I will write to everybody. If you don't hear anything from me in 2-3 weeks, and write again, because anti-spam softwares are so powerful. I found my own email in spam file too. So it's not because I didn't answer. I always answer every email. Yeah. So yes, we have officially concluded, but welcome to stay back. And if you have more questions or comments, unmute yourself or put it in chat, and our people will raise it.
Dr. Lam, hi.
Hi.
Francisco from Miami. I had a question that kind of goes to what I said in the chat, where you say we have a limited amount of chi and it goes down over time, unless we lead a better lifestyle and we can really do that. That made me think a lot about willpower. Willpower. Really, you can really generate chi if you're subject to a situation where you can really generate the will to overcome, the will to go to the training hall and train, the will to get up and move, the will to look at the sunset and take a moment. So it made me really think about something very intangible. All it takes is a blink of an eye to have the will to do something. So it's really powerful, and that if we can will ourselves just to get up every morning, we can will ourselves to have a better lifestyle, to generate more chi. And with training, we can generate chi for some other incredible things, like healing quicker when we are injured, feeling better, and so many other things. And I just really touch on a point that expanded to more than just Tai Chi training.
Yeah, and I like that. That's really nice. And certainly our will to live a better life, our will to be a healthier person, and our will to help other people are really important. And it's related to our background, where we're from, and so many things, very, very involved in many things. But I certainly think that Tai Chi is a tool that can really help us to facilitate that feeling, that positive feeling of wanting to be healthy, wanting to help other people, and therefore make us healthier. Yeah, I think Tai Chi is a great tool for health and for happiness. Well, some people have stronger self-determination, some people have less. And I think sometimes I have to make myself to go down to practice. And sometimes I tell myself a little story as, look, I don't feel like practicing, but I'm going down just for 10 minutes and you know, and I'll come back up. 10 minutes, I can do that. So I went down, 10 minutes later, I got into my Tai Chi mode and I do my whole hour and I feel much happier. So there's different ways to help us to live a healthier life. It's inner within ourselves. Hopefully, I believe every human have that inner strength. Tai Chi can help it to grow, like our health.
Indeed. I agree. It's a wonderful structure and a vehicle that if you don't have enough will, Tai Chi will help you channel the little will that you might have. But if you do have a strong will, it's a wonderful, even more so, structure to increase and focus it and train it. Thank you. Thank you very much. And again, an excellent lecture. And Pat, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's great. It's fun.
Dr. Lam, we have a question from Mercer Bonnie. She asks, what about the force released in the exhale? I don't get the consolidating the ki on the exhale and the release of force.
Right. I think that's an entirely big topic. Probably a good way to explain it is a 2-day workshop exploring the depth of Tai Chi for arthritis. That's why I mentioned it early on. Tai Chi is a lifelong journey. Many things take a little while to explain, seemingly simple concepts that words can express, but really doesn't get it. You need to do it too. So that's what I did in the Exploring the Depth of Tai Chi for Arthritis workshop, which you can access through online Tai Chi workshop. You can get a recording of that. And in it, not only explain what it means, how to do it, then we do it together to get that part, to feel one principle. And then we work on the next principle, and then we put it together, and then how to convert your Qi into Jing. It just, even if you go through it, do it with me, and you understand, if you keep practicing it, you'll get a deeper feeling and a deeper understanding, as I do, as I practice. And it's not something I can say in 10 seconds, but I can give you directions. That's what I suggest you do. is go to online Tai Chi workshop and go through that, work with me, and see if you get some help from it. That's the dilemma of Tai Chi. It can be so simple and can be so complex, but like anything in life, I think once we have the direction and we keep working on it, then you can really see the light, like climbing the mountain. You know, if you get the right direction, the mountain will get more beautiful, air get fresher. That's what I try to do. I want to be a tour guide.
Dr. Lam, we had a question here. Can you talk about doing Tai Chi in the mind and the effects on Qi if we aren't able to move?
Sorry, I missed one word. Doing Tai Chi
In the mind.
in the mind. Oh, you mean using imagery? Is that what? Doing Tai Chi in the mind, and then what else?
Doing Tai Chi in the mind, the effects, let's see. You talk about doing Tai Chi, can you talk about doing Tai Chi in the mind and the effects on Qi if we aren't able to move?
And on, sorry?
Like doing Tai Chi in a chair.
Uh-huh. And then what was the following and the effect on what?
Qi.
Qi.
Okay, so I get the question is, if you do your Tai Chi with imagery or visualization, you're sitting down and trying to do the same Tai Chi is standing up and visualize you standing up. What happened to your Qi? Yes, it will work. Using your mind visualization will work. This comes from study from world-class athletes. They found out that, you know, some of the world-class athletes do some very dangerous things, like if you like ice skating, the triple jump, you know, you can hurt yourself and you can't practice it too often. Like skiing, snowing, certain movements are really high risk and you can't practice it too often or you get tired and more likely to injure yourself. So the athletes were trained to use visualization, visualize they're there and they do this and they do that, and then your brain doesn't know whether you are imagining it or actually doing it. So the inner structure in the brain already have to practice, and they are more successful when they actually do it. So this has been studied, and it's found that when you visualize, your circulation, your brain activity, your muscles increase by 30%. So thinking about visualizing actually give you the exercise and moving the Qi. This is why everywhere I go around the world, when I give talks and do workshops, there's always people come up to me and say to me, Dr. Lam, I used to be in wheelchair, and now I'm walking with a walking stick. That's a huge improvement using visualization. Of course, certain things doesn't recover, but certain things recover. For example, Madam Pat from Korea, when I first met her, she came with a wheelchair. And then a year later, she gave her wheelchair away, and she's been teaching thousands of people Tai Chi. So yes, visualization is very powerful. It really does work, backed by scientific study, and it also gives us the ability to do things when we can, and the possibility of able to regain the ability we used to have.
Dr. Lam, this is Deborah Danyonke in Bakersfield. May I share a quick comment with that?
Please do.
With visualization, You may realize that, or if you're competing in sports, whether if it's collegiate or in world-class sports or national sports, visualization is a part of our training. And I say that from 30 years ago when I used to compete in college and in high school. So we didn't take yoga classes or things like that, or Tai Chi. I knew nothing about that, but that was a part of the preparation for the events, both in practice as well as for the main events. So it's something that you can do in your everyday, actually, if you begin to practice those things, it becomes a part of your Tai Chi naturally. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. And I might confess that my Tai Chi has a lot of modern medical knowledge. Most traditional teachers do not use visualization. In fact, you will remember, don't do this, but you remember there's a lot of traditional teachers who will say, if you can't do it, try harder, push harder. If you not do it right, you're lazy. And if you can't move, that's because you're lazy, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. That is more the traditional way, which is wrong. It's wrong. The modern way, the up-to-date research show that we can do things. We can use visualization, other techniques to regroup, rebuild ourselves. And that is, Tai Chi is just a perfect vehicle to do that. I do use modern medicine to infuse into authentic Tai Chi, and I think the two come really well. The more medical research has found how much the ancient Chinese guys know, but it pinpointed precisely, and it stopped people from saying that you're not trying hard enough, you're not pushing down hard enough. It's much safer. Medical finding make us do things safer and more effectively. That's my mission in life. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. And that's what you guys are doing. I know most of you are teachers, are instructors, and you are sharing that to improve people's quality of life. That's the most fulfilling things to do is to help people.
Dr. Lam, one of the things that she mentioned, that Deborah mentioned, is that everyday life things, and that one, and something you just said now is that quality of life. I try to help people with the Tai Chi training, and what I try to do is give them pieces to take home that they can do, small pieces that small pieces they can do themselves in their bedroom, in their bathroom, anywhere before a meeting, when they're very stressed, and they say, look, I don't know Tai Chi, but that what you told me the other day, it changed my day. It just calmed me down and really helped. It's like having a nice drink of water after a hot day outside. So it was something that their spirit felt it. They didn't know how it was working. And it was something that in their mind, it wasn't Tai Chi. It was just some movement that they did, and they did it correctly, and it helped. And it's like she's like Deborah said, everyday life. We can give them a little piece like this, help a lot of people.
Thank you. That's nice. Well, in my email, if you write to me, you'll get my email back, and the back I attach a link to YouTube called 5-Minute Tai Chi to improve immunity and health. It's also on YouTube. If you Google my name and 5-Minute Tai Chi to improve immunity and health, that is free for everybody in YouTube. Feel free to spread it around, share around. It's sort of doing what Saint Francisco is saying. It's the key of Tai Chi, the breathing, that anybody can do at any time. It takes more than 5 minutes to learn, but you can do it in 2 minutes. Yeah, even just talking and do your dantian breathing. Share it around.
Just one point, Dr. Lam and everybody. We must never underestimate the power of the mind.
Absolutely. Yeah. You are an example. You got such strong mind and so helpful to everybody, Nula. And I'm sure that your spirit has inspired many people. If you guys haven't met Nula in person, you can see it even in internet how much she got that wonderful will to help. A simple example, Nula and Ernie from 2 different time zones. So we have 2 zones for the forum. So this zone is very, very early for Nula in the morning. Is that right? Early in the morning, and she's here. And the next time zone is very, very early, like 3 o'clock in the morning for Ernie. And they're both present in both forums to keep everything consistent. So that's example of how you guys have that will to help people and be part of this wonderful time. And yeah, Helga's coming to both too. It's fantastic.
Helga's at both.
Yeah, you don't have to, but it's great to see you twice. And I do things a little bit different. I'll go when we finish. I will get the recording, and I will record Pat's, because it's not fair for her to wake up like 3 o'clock in the morning. It's not fair for Ernie too, but thank you for doing that. And then I'll play Pat's video, but I will talk again just from my heart.
We have lots of thank yous coming in, lots of people saying how they really enjoyed it. Pat's imagery, of course, and really good one. I think people have enjoyed it and understanding about the chi more a little, gives everybody a help. So yeah, lots of thank yous coming in, lots of them.
Thank you. Well, the thank you comes to the whole team, Evan, Nura, Ernie, Pat, everybody, and Liana and Greg, who are all chipping to help. We need a whole village. You know, it's not just turn on the internet and talk to everyone. That's
yeah. Well, Dr. Lam, we appreciate you offering these forums. Yeah. It's been going on since September for us. So how many is that? 7, I think. Thank you for offering this. So many thank yous that Nuala has already expressed that as well. Yeah. Many people are still listening in. We encourage you to watch for the next month's forum and join us again. Send your questions to us in advance if you'd like to. We look for your registration. Watch for Dr. Lam's newsletter, announcements, and emails. There's so much information out there. And just keep, asking questions and helping us through these other sources, emails. We read those all the time, and we're more than happy to help you. So thank you so much for coming and participating. It was wonderful, right, Nuala?
Yeah, it's great. Fantastic to see so many people. It's a good social thing, especially now in the challenging times we've had, and it's helping people mentally as well, and gives them little tips for their own classes, and gives you an extra thinking session. I think few extra things to think about, seeing lots of people, joining in the breakout rooms. I think that's brilliant, to talk to other people, to get some more information, and to chat to people really from different parts of the world. Tomorrow, I think we have about 14 countries. It's not as many people, but we have different countries because we have a lot of people out of Europe. So yeah, so, it's nice to have, and I'm really pleased that I'm thankful to Dr. Lam for doing the Europe and UK time for us, because it will help everybody here, definitely. Yeah, yes. Hard time in Europe at the moment.
Yes. Thanks, Nora. And of course, you like to join me to big thanks to my team, but the most important is you. We are here because we want to connect with you. We want to be part of helping team. So please come back and please bring more people. It's like a big family that you can choose your members, and then you get to meet people from different parts of the world, and we learn things from each other. So do come back. Thank you for being here, and thank you, whole team, Evan too, everybody.
Choose the
I'll
next
see
the
you
next topic as well.
next topic,
Yes.
and send you a recording. Yeah.